Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of the Love Writing a Latte Cafe. I am your host, Cedric Williams. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, wherever you are, I hope you're happy, hope you're healthy, and I hope you're spending time with those that you love. Today we're going to kind of do a continuation of what we were talking about on last time. If you remember last time we were talking about how to get motivated, being motivated to write. And first let me say that the tips and tricks that I give for writing, I try to more or less give you tips and tricks for everyday life. You know, these are principles that you can apply to life and hopefully, lead a happier and more fulfilled life. Motivated to do anything, not just to write, but whatever your passion is. I want you to take these principles and apply them because I've done it and it works. Okay, it works. And so, so today we're going to do a continuation about motivation, and we're going to speak from the topic on staying motivated. It's one thing to be motivated, but how do you keep the momentum going? And that's what we want to try to uncover today and shed a little light on that subject. When you're wanting to lose weight or you want to, make some life changes or whatever the case may be, first and foremost, it takes commitment and it takes discipline. You can be motivated to do anything. You can be motivated to learn how to fly an airplane, but if you're not motivated to continue to learn, then it is of no good. It's to no avail. You have to continue your motivation. And how do you do that, you ask? Well, I will answer that in a moment. But I want to kind of get to the basics and kind of help you to understand and let you see the importance of staying motivated and the importance of keeping the snowball effect going. Because as we know, the snowball only gets bigger as it's rolling downhill. And motivation is the same way. Once you get started, once you get yourself motivated, you're like a snowball. You keep growing. Your motivation keeps going. Your determination keeps going. Your passion, your conviction, your inspiration, it keeps growing and it keeps growing bigger and bigger. And so that's what we want to do today. So how do you stay motivated? So you stay motivated by keeping in mind the big picture. What do you see? If you're wanting to learn how to write, or if you want to write a book, or whatever the case may be, what do you see at the end of the day? Do you see one sentence? Do you see one paragraph? Or do you see the book that you want to bring to fruition? Same with screenwriting. Do you see just one page in a script? Do you see the script itself as a whole? Or do you see that script becoming a movie? Do you actually see yourself being on stage accepting an Oscar or accepting an Emmy award? That's what's going to keep you motivated. In losing weight, do you see yourself going without that piece of cheesecake? Do you see yourself just going without, the chips and dip or whatever? Or do you see yourself coaching others how to lose weight simply because or how the way you did it? So you have to look at the picture. That's what's going to keep you motivated. That's what's going to separate the wheat from the tare. That's what's going to separate failure from success. Is keeping in mind what you want to be at the end. Become results oriented. It's great to be goal oriented. It's great to be detailed oriented. But when you are results oriented, you're looking at the big picture. And you're working every single day to make that big picture come to reality. So my encouragement to you is look at the big picture. Keep in mind what you want to see at the end of the day, and work towards that. Make yourself a vision board and put it on your mirror or wherever you spend the most time. And every morning you look at that and you gain motivation from that. This is what I want to be. This is where I want to be in this time in my life. This is where I want to be when I'm 20 years old. This is where I want to be when I'm 40. This is where I want to be when I'm 50. And another thing is that don't get discouraged because of how long it's taking. A lot of times we get so discouraged because things don't happen as instantaneously as we would like them to. And as a result, like I say, we get discouraged. We give up. We give up on our dreams. We give up on just life itself. We think we can't do any better. But that is so far from the truth. You are what you see. You are what you saw. If you saw yourself being the boss, if you saw yourself being an author of the New York best-selling novel, if you saw yourself being the next Steven Spielberg, if you saw yourself being the next Zoe Saldana, or I don't know, if you saw yourself being the next person with the next big blockbuster movie, then you keep that in mind and strive for that. Do everything you have to do in order to bring what you see into existence. I know a lot of times people use the word manifest. I don't use that word. But my thing is faith. I love using the word faith because it just means so much more. And so every time you look at that vision board, first off, when you even start a vision board, you are writing everything in faith. You're putting everything down in faith. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to be. This is who I'm going to be. You're putting everything down in faith. And every day you look at that, you're looking at it through the eyes of faith. Become what you see. Don't worry about what people say. Don't worry about how people treat you. They may call you crazy. They may call you stupid. They may say they'll never work. It'll never happen. But of course they're going to call you crazy because they're not looking at it through the eyes of faith like you are. You wrote that vision plan. You wrote that vision board. You saw yourself being what you want to be, doing what you want to do. So no matter who or what comes in your way, it may delay you, it may hinder you, but don't let it stop you. Stay motivated. Stay fired up. Stay geared up. And even when that thing comes to fruition, and even when you become what you say, do not let the fire go out. Because there are even deeper depths and higher heights you can reach. Don't stop at that. Go further. Never live your life full of regrets. Never live your life full of regrets. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, I do not want to say, I wish I had have did this. I wish I had have done that. Even though it's still not too late, because even if it's 5-10 years from now, if you still gotta have breath in your body, it's never too late. But just think how farther along you could have been had you done that 5 years ago, 10 years ago. But today is a new day. Today is a new day. This is a new hour. This is a new year. So whatever you didn't accomplish last year, 5 years ago, get fired back up and do what you saw yourself doing. Don't let the vision die. Stay motivated. Stay geared up. Stay encouraged. If you want to write that book, write it. If you want to be an actor or that actress, be it. Apply yourself. Go to film school. Go to acting courses. Do whatever you have to do to keep your fire burning. And I promise you, you'll be able to look back at the end results and say, I did this. This is what I did. I made it. So take one day at a time, 1 week at a time. Just take your time. But take your time and hurry up. Hurry up and get busy. Stay motivated.